guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Here we are with another monthly review. November has definitely been packed with a lot of juicy releases, but more importantly, there were some really anticipated ones. I mean, Baby Monster debut, finally, Sujin of G-Idol grand return, a collab between members of G-Idol aespa and IVE, the comebacks of both aespa and Red Velvet in the same week. I mean, it was impossible to get bored this month, that's for sure, and November made it into my list of top months of 2023 K-pop wise. I'm not saying it was the best month, but I would say is at the third spot after August and January probably. Anyway, I'm not gonna rank these songs, I'm just gonna rate them sound-wise, so not taking into consideration the concept, the music video, etc. Even though I'm gonna talk about these aspects too. And as always, I include literally every release, but only the ones that I had something to say about. Okay, without further ado, grab your favorite snack and a hot drink, and let's dive right into it. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to do a review video about Baby Monster, even though I really wanted to, because YG first girl group after Blackpink, the curiosity and hype was definitely there, even though the mismanagement by YG of Baby Monster left me quite speechless. They were set to debut last year, but that didn't happen. Then they presented the members by airing a weekly evaluation saying that they wouldn't have debuted all the members, which was... honestly, I didn't believe it for a second. It was obvious that it was a PR stunt, which is exactly what it was. And to be honest, I felt a bit offended by it. YG obviously took us all for dumb people, which is fucking offensive, to say the least. Then they were set to debut on September, but the debut was postponed, which, I don't get why you have to air a weekly show, basically, to hype this debut and then wait months to debut them. Doesn't make sense to me, especially in K-pop where every month a lot of stuff happens. But anyway, then there was Hayeon's scandal with her saying the N-word, not apologizing, which is YG's fault, of course, and then the decision to put her on hiatus for quote health reasons unquote, announcing this just a couple of days before the debut, with a lot of fans being angry about it, of course, also considering that she was one of the most popular members. I don't really get what is YG doing, also in terms of promotions, or should I say lack of, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. Anyway, I had this strong feeling that this debut wouldn't have been iconic and that it would have been a typical YG release. Very hip-hop, very girl crush, also in terms of aesthetic. I was expecting a typical Blackpink music video with no interesting concept whatsoever, no uniqueness and originality, and unfortunately, that is precisely what we've got. And I would say the biggest flaw of this debut. Because the song is not bad, it's actually quite catchy. It could have been better, for sure. I think the empty chorus is the main issue. It kind of leaves you a bit underwhelmed, which is exactly the opposite of what a debut should be. But there were some really cool parts, like the angelic pre-chorus, it's really, really good. The rap, oh my god, it's not a surprise that YG has the best rappers out of all the companies, but wow. Both Asa and Ruka ate these rap verses up like it was their last freaking meal. Especially Asa. I don't stand Baby Monster yet, but Asa would definitely be my bias. And the fact that she writes her own verses and that she's credited in Butter Up when she just debuted is crazy to me. But my favorite part of the song is probably the outro. Again, very YG, wasn't surprised there, but still, it was very catchy and it definitely builds the right climax before ending the song. So yeah, overall, I don't agree with those hating on this song and saying it's the worst thing they've ever heard. I think it's very exaggerated, and I think that all this hate comes from the evident lack of originality that this debut has, which again, unfortunately, it's quite typical of YG to kind of copy and paste their previous releases, whether it's for the same group or another one completely. And Baby Monster wasn't immune to that, which is quite a shame because, like, I mean, you are debuting your first girl group after 7 years, the previous one being the biggest girl group in the world, okay? You hype them up even more than they were already with, again, this weekly evaluation thing, and then you just give them a recycle of previous songs. A lot of people pointed out that the instrumental is really similar to Money by Lisa, and the chorus also reminds everyone of Bona Bona by Treasure, and it's definitely there. I mean, why, YG? Why do you hate yourself? Because, like, yes, it's true, the Big Four privilege is real, and these girls are gonna have a big fan base even with a small effort, but still. I mean, they broke the record for the most watched YouTube videos in 24 hours or something. But Better Up failed to chart in South Korea, which is, I mean, it's pretty huge if you think about it. And after the uncertainty surrounding Blackpink renewal, you would think that they had to invest everything they have, all their resources, creativity, etc., in making this debut freaking legendary like Boombayah was. But no. Not this time. And again, there's not even one aspect of this debut that is original. The music video could have literally be a Blackpink music video. I think they also used some of the same sets and recreated some scenes of Blackpink's previous music videos, which again, I was expecting it. I knew it actually, but it doesn't make it any better because I was really hoping to be wrong. The styling is nice, but I mean, it's not like it's the most original thing ever or never seen before, so. And you would think, okay, well, at least give them some great promotions, right? Like a cool showcase, interviews, music show stages. I mean, these girls are undoubtedly super talented and have a lot of charisma. So maybe some people would have changed their mind about this debut, at least a bit, if they would have watched them on stage, you know? But no. After they dropped Better Up, they went radio silence for days. I mean, no showcase, no music shows appearance that week, no interviews, no special content. I mean, even their Instagram wasn't uploaded. Like, what the actual fuck? I honestly don't know how to explain this. I mean, YG has always used the media and the theories and the gossip in its favor to have people talk about its groups, but still, everyone is talking about this debut, yes, but not very highly, and not even that much actually, because I mean, you tend to forget about a release if you don't see it anywhere. So I really can't figure out their angle here. Someone says it's because they're waiting for Ayeon to join them, but this might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, honestly. Like, it doesn't make sense at all to jeopardize a debut just to wait for a member which you put on hiatus for no apparent reasons, so I don't know, this debut feels really bittersweet, and I hope that the girls are gonna be okay and not let this hate train affect them too much. Anyway, again, the song is not that bad, as you all say, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5, but I definitely wanted more. When I read that Soojin was about to come back in the K-pop industry as a soloist after the bullying scandal of 2020, I was shocked, happy, and excited all together, to say the least. I wasn't expecting that at all. I don't know why, but I had the feeling that she was so done with the idol life after what happened to her, and how to blame her, honestly. But no, she wanted to come back slaying as the queen she is, and I couldn't be more proud, honestly. I was so sad and angry with everything that happened to her, that seeing her continuing to pursue her dream so resiliently and bravely is just so inspiring, and I'm not even kidding. I wasn't a fan of Jiaro when she was in the group, but Soojin was my favorite member, and I was especially sad after her departure because she definitely would have slayed these latest releases, especially Tomboy and Nude, so I was really mad that we were deprived of that. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie though, Agassi is not my favorite song ever. It's not bad at all, but it's kinda like Flower of Jisoo to me, not only for the quite evident similarities, but because they're both good songs per se, but for some reasons they're not that impactful to me. Like, I tend to forget about their existence, and in Sujin's case, there wasn't even a lot of music show stages that could make me enjoy the song more. I honestly never really got back to it. It's one of those songs that I wouldn't put on replay on purpose, but I wouldn't change it if it was on a shuffle. You know what I mean? Anyway, her voice is so good and angelic. I loved it and I missed it. She has the perfect tone for this type of song and it suits her really well. Honestly, this whole solo debut is very Sujin. From the elegant but minimalistic sound to the Korean traditional aesthetic to the charming choreography, everything screamed Sujin and that was really nice to see. Also, I was super happy to see a high budget and creativity for her debut, considering that she's the only artist under her label, if I'm not mistaken. The music video was really aesthetically pleasing, and also the styling was really good and fitted Sujin perfectly. I was scared that her label wouldn't have had the resources and the budget to give her a well done debut, but I'm happy I was wrong. I wish we could have had more stages though. I don't know if it's because the company is new and small or for other reasons, but it was quite a bummer. Anyway, I'm so glad to see her smile and be happy, and I'm so excited to see what she has in store for us, because this was obviously just the beginning for her. 7 out of 10 for me.
I bring all the drama, I bring drama, bring my girls in the back, drama.
I already made a review video about both Drama and Chill Kill, so I suggest you go check it out if you haven't already, if you wanna see me analyze in deep these two releases. I will just say in here that I love aespa with my whole heart. They slay 2023, this was their year for sure. They blessed us with so many iconic releases I still have to recover. Plus, I watched them live in Berlin on September and I still have to recover from that. It was the craziest experience ever and I love them even more since then. So I really wasn't expecting an amazing release like Drama, but here we are and thank God for that. I think it's fair to say that Drama is aespa at its peak, at its best. With Spicy, we saw them in a completely new vest. Very summer, very glowy, while with Drama they are back with their dark aesthetic and sound, but without being too experimental and weird like with Savage and Next Level. Drama feels very aespa, but without being something they've already released. I mean, I think that what I love about this song is that a lot is going on for sure, but I don't feel too overwhelmed by it. Like, it could happen with other aespa releases. Yes, Next Level, I'm talking to you. The production of Drama is very complex. There are a lot of different sections that fit so well together though. Honestly, I have some trouble saying my favorite part of the song because I love them all. My favorite is probably the chorus. It's so catchy and powerful and badass I can't. I wish Giselle would have had more iconic lines because I feel everyone got their killing part except for her, but she stole the scene nevertheless with her visuals. Seriously, this era, I mean, they're all gorgeous. They're the most beautiful girl groups in my humble opinion, but this era, Winter and Giselle were actually on fire. I don't know what SM put in those drinks, but please let me get some. I don't know if it's their new hair color or their attitude, but they definitely caught my eyes the most, and they're not even my bias line. The music video was really entertaining to see, with the Sin City / Kill Bill kind of aesthetic, and it was very trippy to see the members fighting each other, but being like a reflection of one another at the same time, like if they were all the same person almost. That was really cool to see. However, I have to complain a bit here because I can't shake off the feeling that we'll never see them again with their avatars or fighting some enemies that wants to pull them apart. Yes, I know the real world is still part of their concept and that they are in the real world since Spicy era, but I'm scared that they have actually dropped the lore by now, but SM doesn't want to admit it in order to avoid the backlash, and so they rely on this real world / Kwangya duality, and they put some references of their lore now and there in the lyrics, like they did with Drama Indeed, which I really appreciated, by the way, but again, it looks sometimes like a consolation prize rather than actually wanting to go back to their lore. And don't get me wrong, I love aespa to death, no matter the concept, and this was crystal clear since Spicy era. I'm gonna eat up whatever they release, but I started to stand them precisely for their tech aesthetic and interesting lore, so I really hope that they're gonna go back to it, even though I like their songs more now than before. For example, given the concept photos for Drama where we saw them as giants, I was really expecting to see them in the real world, yes, but as giants that terrorize the city maybe, not fighting each other with a sword. And I mean, again, I appreciated the plot of the MV overall, but yeah, it didn't feel very aespa, aesthetically, I mean. Okay, enough with the rant. I just want to say that I love the choreography. aespa's choreos this year are too good, which I wasn't expecting it since their robot choreos weren't really the best thing ever. But this, wow, I liked it a lot. I love the pose towards the end where they kind of like toss aside their hair very slowly. That was so cool to see. I'm gonna learn this choreo next week in my K-pop dance class, and I couldn't be happier. 9 out of 10 for my aespa girlies. I think it's fair to say that Drama is my favorite title track of aespa so far, and I'm so happy about it.
Chill, kill, I know you will bring me lightning like a winner. You'll be so lucky that you're happy ending what I chill, kill.
Again, I already talked about it in my last review video. I just want to say that this is my first comeback as a true Red Velvet stan, because I started to stan them during birthday era. I know, very late to the party, but it is what it is. I had to stand them after the talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, 2 releases of 2020, Feel My Rhythm and Birthday. They were both so good and so aesthetically pleasing. I was obsessed in so many ways you have no idea. And so you can imagine I was pretty excited for this comeback, especially when I discovered it would have been a Velvet concept after years. I was definitely curious to witness live Red Velvet having a creepy comeback where they murder someone, so I really couldn't wait anymore, especially given the super unique concept photos and promotions that they've done before the release, with each member having a specific character that made it all so interesting. So onto the song, I really like it, more than I thought I would, honestly. I dare to say that I stand Red Velvet for their unique concepts and their visuals, and of course, they have great music. They're called B-Sides Queen for a reason, I mean. But their title track can be a bit of a miss for me, meaning that it's quite rare that I have on replay one of their songs. Not because they are bad, of course, it's just that they are often on my cup of tea, I would say. But Chill Kill, I don't know what it is, their angelic vocals, the happy vibe that this song has, the instrumental, I generally don't know, but this might be one of my favorite Red Velvet title tracks, sound-wise. I want to specify that because I wouldn't say that Chill Kill as a whole era grew well on me compared to Drama, which I loved and still love to death. Instead, with Chill Kill, I'm sorry to say this truly, but this whole thing was a bit underwhelming. I'm talking aesthetically, I'm talking music video, styling, overall stages, you know. I mean, it's not that the music video is bad per se, and I get that with this type of murdery concept, they couldn't have went with something colorful and flashy like Birthday or, you know, artsy, trippy vibe like Feel My Rhythm. I totally get it. And I appreciate the plot of them being sisters, maybe, or kidnapped by the same man. I mean, there are a lot of theories, but you know, with Wendy killing the father or the man who captured them, and them escaping and setting the house on fire and dancing in front of the police, I mean, it was interesting. And again, I don't want to give the impression that I appreciate a release only when it has a flashy aesthetic or something like that, but I don't know what to tell you. This era didn't obsess me like I thought it would. The styling was not only underwhelming, but also straight up bad in some ways, with some few exceptions, and we got really few stages, so it looks like it didn't last long as an era overall, which didn't help in making me interested. I don't know, the concept photos were so good and interesting, and in the music video we saw nothing of the outfits or the set used in them, which was rather disappointing, I must say. I don't know, yeah, I'm sad because I really wanted to love this, and I'm sad that I didn't did it to the fullest. Again, the song is really good, so I'm not talking about that, but as I always say in my videos, when I talk about K-pop releases, there is so much more than is important. Not only the song, but also the overall creativity behind it, and in this case, unfortunately, it left me a bit disappointed. Anyway, Chill Kill is a bop, so I'm gonna give it a 8.5. Also, the whole album is a fucking masterpiece. There are so many B-sides that I added to my playlist and that I'm obsessed over. Red Velvet, I'm always gonna love you no matter what. Now be good and renew this contract, please. Don't play games.
Nobody, nobody, nobody but you. Nobody,
Okay, so this one really hurts to be honest. I had such high expectations for this, you have no idea, especially considering that the previous collaboration between female idols that I can think about is Wow Thing with Soyeon, Sulgi, Chunga, and Simbi, which is, to this date, one of my favorite K-pop song ever. So I mean, when I read that we would have had a collab between a member of G-Idol, one of aespa and one of IVE, you can bet your ass I was freaking excited, especially when I, like the rest of the world, fell for the fake news that circulated that said the members were Soyeon, Wonyoung, and Karina. I was so freaking excited and I was expecting an iconic release to say the least. Instead, the lineup was different, which I mean, is totally okay. I might have been slightly less excited, but that's okay. I mean, I love Winter and Liz, so no problem from my part. My problem was this song. I mean, it's not that it's bad, it's just basic. I don't know, it doesn't have any flavor in my opinion. It's underwhelming, it's slightly boring. It's not nearly as iconic as Wow Thing. I mean, I don't even want to mention these two songs in the same sentence, honestly. Which, I mean, it's quite a shame. Like, the waste of potential that this song is honestly mind-blowing. Also, where's Soyeon's rap? I mean, if she had to sing, you could have chose Minnie or Mion. I mean, no hate to Soyeon, of course. But just to have a change for once, you know? Also, I get that they are all very busy with their schedule and everything, but I mean, there wasn't even one scene that they shot all together, and that was rather disappointing. Also, another thing that bothered me was the fact that since they didn't shot the music video together, the styling was of course different from one another. I mean, the glamorous vibe of the concept was there, but for example, winter styling and makeup was so much better in my opinion, and I don't know, that bothered me a bit. The fact that they weren't that cohesive as they should have been. Anyway, I would give Nobody a 6 out of 10, unfortunately.
OOTD, this my fashion. Shut up, no more questions. OOTD, this my fashion.
I am so happy about this era, you guys, because their latest comebacks with the Apocalypse trilogy were not it for me. I mean, I've never been the biggest Dreamcatcher fan, not for anything, of course, it's just that their rock music is not really my style, but I've always found them very interesting and mesmerizing nevertheless. But OOTD is probably their first era that I witnessed live that I truly appreciate to the fullest in every aspect. Starting with the song, OOTD has some really cool parts that I appreciate, like the whispered 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. OOTD, this my fashion. The line is so badass and cool, and I don't know, the lines of the chorus, popping the champagne, look at my necklace, wearing my black dress, they're so glam, I don't know. And the end, when they say, I'm flawless, I'm gorgeous, I mean, I cringed a bit at first, I must say, but I don't know, I just love it. But my favorite part is for sure Demi's rap, as usual, she's such a great rapper, and this rap in particular, I don't know what it is, if it's her tone or the instrumental, but it has something so addictive and cunty at the same time. I just love it. I love this fashion concept that they went for. It's definitely something I wasn't expecting from them, and I really appreciated it. When a group manages to do something different but still maintaining their sound and identity, and that's what they did here. Also, I absolutely love the music video. It was very aesthetic, very digital fashion, a lot of good editing and cool sets. I really, really liked it. And the styling, oh my god, I'm loving the styling of the music show stages. It is so good and it has some rock vibes that reminds me a lot of Tomboy's styling, and that was a nice flashback. Also, with this mini album, they gifted us with what I think is their best song ever, which is Shatter. Okay, so I didn't listen to all their songs, to be honest, so I must admit that. But still, among the songs that I listened from them, Shatter had me on the freaking floor, I swear. I love that song so much. It gives teaser for an apocalypse action movie vibes, if it makes sense, and I just love that. Also, they released a performance video for it, and I was in awe of the choreography and the styling. That just made it even better, and I didn't even know it was possible. Good job, Dreamcatcher. I would give OOTD a solid 7.5.
Bad news 쉽지 않은 논란 나를 태워 어딘지만 골라 From the east side to the west side Oh why in my time ago
So my relationship with Kiss of Life is a bit strange. I mean, I love the fact that they are all grown women and that their stage presence is freaking good, especially if we consider that they just debuted a few months ago. And also I'm developing an unhealthy obsession with Julie. She's such a slayer. I don't even have words. But their debut song was weird for me because I didn't love it 100%, even though on paper it was almost everything I liked in a song. But for some reasons, it really didn't click with me. But I enjoyed a lot watching the stage promotions because the song is just so cunty and the members display the mood so well that I cannot not appreciate it. So with all considering, I was really curious for their first comeback, and as soon as I heard Bad News, I was like, okay, I like this much more than but for some reasons, it wasn't true. I don't know, it didn't age well for me. The more I watched the stages, the more I grew tired of this song and especially of the chorus, to the point that it's almost annoying to me now. I don't know why, I swear, but it is what it is. Of course, there are some parts that I appreciate of this song, especially Julie's rap, and I overall enjoy watching the stages because, again, these girls have great charisma. The choreo is really good and has some unique moves with all the masquerades background dancers that make it even more enjoyable. The styling was overall good. The bullying abuse concept was really interesting, and I appreciated the fact that in the second music video that they released, Nobody Knows, it's shown that backstory of the plot of Bad News music video, also to show that not everything is like it seems. So again, I'm really sorry that I don't love this era as much as I wanted to, but this group is so good and unique overall that I'm sure they're gonna win me over sooner than later. For now, I'm giving Bad News 7 out of 10.
This love is maniac, maniac, maniac But I can't killing it, killing it, killing it
I'm starting to appreciate Vivids after their quite underwhelming first releases. I really liked Pull Up, so I was interested to see what was coming next. But as soon as I watched the highlight medley and the teaser, I knew this comeback wasn't for me. Maniac is really not my type of song. I find it boring, basic, and overall underwhelming. I still watched with some interest the stage performances because the styling was really good this era, and there was visuals too. I love Euna and Simbi new hair colors. It suited them so well. So their stages were really pretty and I appreciate that. But then they dropped the bomb that is Anti. Like, genuinely, what the fuck? How is this song this good? You know, I think that these two releases explain really well my personal music taste, with Maniac being one of the furthest thing from what I like in a song, because it's too minimalistic, too predictable, too boring. I don't know, I want more. I want badass and cunty songs that make me feel like a powerful bad bitch, and Anti is exactly that, with the addition of a sexy concept. It's probably the cuntiest song of the whole year, and I just love that. At first I was so mad that Anti wasn't the title track, you guys. I was honestly baffled that someone could prefer Maniac over Anti, but apparently there are a lot of people who prefer Maniac, and in the end I quite get why they went for Maniac instead of Anti for the title track. It's more vivid style, even though I must say that they fitted Anti super well, but it would have definitely been a bigger risk for sure. But God knows I would have loved this as a title track. But I don't feel like complaining. We've got a performance video and we've got more than a few stages, more than I was expecting at least. The styling fitted the whole song perfectly and the choreo is really good. So yeah, I'm gonna give Maniac a 6.5, but I would give Anti a 9.5 out of 10 honestly. Thank you Vivids for the cunty bop we didn't know we needed.
What's my name? Yeah, do it now 온 세상이 다 shout it What's my name? Yeah, I know it now
I'm not gonna lie, not a fan of this whole avatars K-pop groups, but if their songs are good, that's fine by me. And so I was pretty excited for Maeve's first comeback because Pandora is one of my favorite K-pop songs of the year, I'm not even joking. That song is really good, and unfortunately, What's My Name doesn't manage to top it, but I was quite expecting it. However, it's still a really catchy song, better than a lot of this year releases anyway. And it is just me, or it does have a Maeve flavor to it, if it makes sense. I don't know, even if this is their first comeback, I was like, this feels like a Maeve song. Like, it feels like Pandora Little Sister, but without being a copy of it. I don't know, that's the impression that I had. About the music video and overall concept, I was expecting an high school photo book trend kind of concept, since that's what they showed in the concept photos, and to be honest, that would have been pretty cool. Maybe they could have went for the 4 avatars going into an actual school with real people, so them being kind of like the outcasts. I don't know, just an idea. But instead, we got this pretty basic music video based in a city, and that's it. I mean, I remember complaining about the Pandora music video and styling, about how they could have went more extra with it, given that, I mean, it's all digitalized. So they have been more crazy with the set and the looks, they could have been more crazy with the set and the looks. But honestly, Pandora feels the craziest music video ever compared to this one. Like, come on, where's the creativity? Where's the concept? I don't know if they think they're already unique because they are a virtual group, but I mean, the set of their NBC Music Show stage the other day was more unique and trippy than this whole music video. Same thing can apply for the outfits. Like, come on, you're an avatar, you can have the craziest unrealistic outfit ever. Why do you have to be boring and basic? Also, it's so funny to me that their hairstyles remain the same of Pandora, because I think otherwise you couldn't really say who is who. But at the same time, one of the members got their hair blonde, like it was a real idol decided to change her hair color for the comeback. I don't know, that was so funny to me. Anyway, I'm gonna rate What's My Name 8.5 out of 10 because it's a cute catchy bop.
오늘은 눈 문자 속에 새로 산 t-shirts 그래 기쁘냐 이제야 난 알 것 같아 Gonna block you 부를 법 2X
I'm gonna be brief. 2X is a good song, it's catchy and melodic. Taeyeon's vocals, as always, never disappoint. My only issue with this song is that it's not title track material for me. It kinda leaves you too underwhelmed. I think it would have been the perfect pre-release, but in a title track, I honestly wanna see more substance, more flavor, and this one unfortunately doesn't have it. I mean, I don't even think this song has a choreography, and if it has it, it wasn't showed in the music video at all. But anyway, I appreciated a lot the concept and the MV. A breakup concept is not the most original thing ever, I must say, but it was portrayed so beautifully in the lyrics and in the scenes that it makes it very relatable, and that's something I liked about this release. 8 out of 10 because the song is very good overall.
Like a Grand Prix Like a Grand Prix Yeah 와타시 the racetrack Hold up racetrack 이게 racetrack Like a Grand Prix
There is always a bittersweet feeling for me whenever Kepler releases something, whether it's a Korean comeback, a Japanese release, or an English one. It doesn't really matter, and we all know why. Their potential has really went to waste. Their company failed to release an impactful song or to have an interesting and unique concept, and now that their contracts are up, I can't help but feel a bit sorry for them. I think that with Giddy, they finally tried to establish their sound and aesthetic, given that also Galileo, their latest Korean comeback, was very reminiscent of Giddy, but in terms of music, but also aesthetically. Grand Prix doesn't really remind me of Giddy or Galileo song-wise, but their aesthetic is definitely there. Even if the color palette is a bit different, this one is more on darker tones compared to the others, they can't fool me. I'm pretty sure they even used a set that was already seen in both Giddy and Galileo, the inside with the window heart-shaped in the background. Anyway, the song is cute and catchy. It's more badass than their latest releases, and it's something I appreciate because I always thought that Kepler had to go for a more girl crush type of identity because I think it suits them the best. However, it's not like this song will be very impactful. Like, I think that in a couple of weeks I'm gonna forget about this release, which has been a constant with Kepler releases, unfortunately. Anyway, I really like the choreography, especially of the chorus, and I'm glad we've got at least one stage of Grand Prix at Mama 2023, by the way. 7.5 out of 10.
I'm a girl with attitude Crystal head in Malibu I walk the avenue Yeah, the girl you're falling to
I am so sad that this isn't an official release and so it's not even on Spotify. If I'm not mistaken, Yuna dropped this out of nowhere to announce her new company, which by the way is the same of Dawn, her ex. But let's fly over this. Attitude is such a cunty bop, I can't even. It's so Madonna coded, so runaway high fashion vibe, and I'm totally here for it. I seriously need a longer version of this released ASAP on all music platforms. Please, thank you. I mean, I seriously need to sing I'm a Girl with Attitude Crystal Head in Malibu while I walk the streets. Like, I need to. Also, may I say that the music video, the styling, the overall creative direction for this was on top. 10 out of 10, and again, this is not even an official comeback. Like, I'm generally scared to see what she's gonna release when she will actually come back. I'm gonna give it a 8 simply because I wish it was longer and I hope someone over there listens to my prayers. Okay guys, this concludes this video. What are your thoughts on November releases? Did you like this month overall? Let me know in the comment section and I will see you in the next video. Bye!